morning, and a very warm welcome back to Hanoi in Focus, a weekly guide to the latest updates on vibrant stories, urban developments, and everyday life in the capital of Vietnam. I'm Phương Khanh, and today I'm thrilled to take you through an exciting lineup, spotting achievements. But first, we will bring you up to speed on the most important developments across the city. Let's take a look at the three major stories dominating the news cycle this week. The test of winter. Hanoi facing peak air pollution. The green line. That was a look at the week's major headlines. For now, it's time for a taste of authentic Hanoi's lifestyle. As the weather turns colder, there's nothing quite like indulging in the comforting, flavorful dishes found right in the old quarter maze of streets. From the sweet warmth of chè to the several goodness of cháo sườn, our team went out to experience why these simple pleasures are essential for the taste of winter. Let's dive into the delicious world of Hanoi winter treats.
Winter has officially arrived in Hanoi. Streets look the same, but somehow the cold brings along a completely different feeling. On mornings like this, once you're on the street, you just have to find something warm, something to wake up your stomach and your spirit. And of course, sharing is caring. No one is out alone. It's always better with someone you love, but I unfortunately don't have that someone yet. So please allow me to bring along my partner, Miss Phương Anh.
Hello Diệu Linh and to our viewers. The cold in Hanoi is a little bit different compared to other places, doesn't it? I just rode my motorbike here for a few minutes but my hands were frozen. But I have already made a little fruit for such moments like this.
How about you pick the first one to start our morning?
I'm afraid I can't choose because there are many good things to eat. How about this? You will play a quick mini game. I will say the first letter, you can say the last, then you push shout out. If you mess, then you choose this food to eat.
That sounds good. Let's start.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3,
And cháo sườn.
Where's my finger line? So let's take you enjoy cháo sườn in Hanoi.
I'm sure people are just like us. Once it gets cold, everyone runs straight to these steaming pots. But not every place nails that true flavor, right?
Cháo sườn Hanoi always carries something nostalgic. Many people grew up with the sound of stirring rice, the smell of warm grains, and bowl of porridge. That tastes away the biting cold. From what I know, for Hanoi, cháo sườn isn't just a dish, it's a piece of childhood. From being fed by your mom when you were little to wrapping a bowl with a friend from a long day, a simple dish tied to renting generation.
Exactly. Cháo sườn Hanoi has a special style. It's thin but creamy, not thick like what in the south or grainy like in the other regions. The rice must be finely ground and simmered for a long time so that each ladle comes out silky smooth while still carrying the natural aroma of the grains.
And of course, the signature tender pork ribs, no big bones, no leftover. The ribs have to be slow cooked until soft and sweet, but not falling apart. It looks simple, but getting its flavor right is surprisingly meticulous.
For those who like the full version, you can't skip the dry shredded pork and the crispy crullers. Zuc and quẩy go together with cháo sườn. That's what we call the soul of Hanoi.
If pho remind people of the flavor of Hanoi during the day, then cháo sườn bring back the gentle warmth of the winter morning.
I agree, but when it comes to winter food in Hanoi, cháo sườn is only the beginning.
So what's next? Where will you take me and our viewers to enjoy the next week today? Let me guess, something sweet like chè?
So what about you? What's the first dessert that comes to your mind? Come with us to see who's gets it right. And maybe it just might be your favorite dish too. Here it is, our second dish, bánh trôi tàu, a treat that warms you from your hands all the way to your heart. Phương Anh, do you know where this dish originally comes from?
Not so sure, because I only know that it's not originally from Hanoi, right?
Yes, correct. Bánh trôi tàu actually comes from the Chinese tang yuan, round glutinous rice bowls eaten during reunions. When Chinese communities settled in Vietnam, especially in the old quarter, they cooked it their way, like seasoned filling with ginger syrup.
But somehow the taste brings so much of Hanoi vibe.
Yes, because the locals assure today's soup fit Vietnamese taste, mother ginger, soft dough, and gentle sweetness, and it's usually sold in winter.
Maybe that's why it slowly became part of Hanoi cold season memory.
Winter in Hanoi has always been like this. The cold might be biting, but the moment you eat the comfort food on the street, it feels like the whole city is giving you a hug.
Every food holds a story, a memory, a feeling of its own. Winter in Hanoi isn't just about the weather. It's about the warmth from this tiny and simple moment.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you on our next journey. Bye-bye.
What a wonderful dive into Hanoi's traditional charm and festive spirit. However, when we talk about the experience of living in the capital, we must address one critical issue that affects all of us: air quality. Our team has special headline on the concerning period that Hanoi just faced. Hanoi facing peak air pollution.
Hi everyone, I'm reporting live from Hanoi. And honestly, this is one of the days when the city looks familiar, but feels very different. My friends in Ho Chi Minh City keep telling me they really want to visit Hanoi. So today I was thinking, maybe I should pack a little bit of Hanoi air and send it to them, just so they know exactly what it feels like to standing here right now. If you look behind me, the sky is no longer blue, and the city seems to fade layer by layer. This is not fog or rain, it's the air itself changing how the city looks today.
From November into December, Hanoi experienced one of the most severe air pollution episodes in recent years. On the evening of December 7, PM 2.5 fine particulate levels in the capital were recorded at roughly 35 times higher than the World Health Organization's recommended annual guideline, with the overall AQI reaching more than 230, a level classified as very unhealthy and briefly placing Hanoi at the top of global pollution rankings. These fine particles can penetrate deep into the lungs and pose significant health risks, especially for children, the elderly, and people with respiratory conditions. Experts identify traffic as the largest source of air pollution in Hanoi, accounting for more than half of PM 2.5 concentrations. Other contributors include industrial activities, construction, open burning, and pollution carried in from surrounding areas. During winter, cold and dry weather, combined with temperature inversion and weak winds, traps fine dust near the ground, making it difficult for pollutants to disperse into higher layers of the atmosphere.
Breathing today feels a bit intentional. One deep breath, it flies, but after that, you start slowing down, almost without noticing, like your body is reminding you to be careful.
Prolonged exposure to polluted air increases the risk of respiratory and cardiovascular disease. Fine particles like PM 2.5 can penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream, posing greater health risks to children, the elderly, and people with pre-existing conditions, even on days when the air appears clear.
People are out today, walking, cycling, enjoying the sunshine. Everything feels normal. But if you look closely, masks are still there, quietly reminding us that fresh air isn't something you can take for granted.
Whenever air quality reaches hazardous levels, people are advised to avoid outdoor activities whenever possible. Daily routines should be moved indoors are postponed until air quality improves, while doors and windows should remain closed to reduce exposure to polluted air. For children, older adults, and people with respiratory or heart conditions, all outdoor activities should be avoided. Health experts stress the importance of staying indoors, limiting exposure, and seeking medical attention immediately if symptoms such as coughing, shortness of breath, or fever appear. If hazardous air pollution persists for several consecutive days, authorities may consider adjusting work and school schedules, limiting outdoors gatherings, and temporarily suspending activities that involve prolonged exposure to the open air.
Cities Hanoi today, traffic feels heavy, the air feels heavy, and being outside feels like something you do only when you really have to. And to my friends in Ho Chi Minh City, I have already sent you a little bit of Hanoi air, just a small reminder that sometimes it's okay to admire the city from a distance.
The data on air pollution is definitely a serious call to action. It forces us to ask, what can we do to make our commute cleaner and our city greener? Fortunately, there are sustainable solutions emerging. Our next segment, the Green Line, explores one of city's newest efforts to promote eco-friendly transport, the vehicle Smart Pedal, assist technology and the use of public electric bikes. Let's see how this technology could be a part of the solution for a greener Hanoi.
Hanoi has always captured our hearts with its charm, but the reality is harsh. IQA now ranks the city in the top 5 for global air pollution. Personally, I'm a sensitive person. The haze here is physically exhausting. Without a mask, just a little minutes outdoor can lead to headaches. This makes finding a green way absolutely vital. We need a solution that we can break easier through moving the city. The e-bike system is exactly what Hanoi needs right now.
To ease the survey, users need to download the application. After logging in, thanks to the GPS positioning, users can easily locate the nearest station along with the specific number of available vehicles. The Pi is unlocked for use after the user scans the QR code. The rental fee is 10,000 dong for 30 minutes. Completely distinct from traditional bicycles that require the rider to exert physical strength. The key feature of this model lies in the smart electric assist system combined with a lithium battery.
I usually get around on foot, but today I noticed a stream of vehicles, and this electric vehicle in particular caught my attention. It's very convenient, with a moderate speed and a high level of safety. I really enjoy the experience. Even though Hanoi's air quality is currently quite polluted, I strongly encourage the use of electric vehicles as a help reduce environmental pollution. Moving toward a green lifestyle, electric-powered vehicles like these are definitely a very good option.
According to technical specifications, a single full charge allows the vehicle to travel a distance of nearly 90 km. No engine noise, no direct emissions, and notably, no sweat.
A journey over terms and miles begins with a single step. To bring back the clean blue sky of the Hanoi, we all need to start a smoke-free world. And as you head out, please don't forget your mask to protect your well-being.
Em đi qua phố phường bao sắc mong bao ánh đèn, ngồi ăn một quán ven đường, Hà Nội nhẹ nhàng ấm áp, dịu dàng đậm chất.
From the streets to the system, the push for environmental health is clearly urgent. This is exactly what we are focusing on in our talk show section, Green Hanoi. The urgent issues facing our environment require serious attention, especially the risk of simultaneous environmental challenges, or the double disaster we are discussing today. We are privileged to welcome Mr. Phạm Văn Sơn, Secretary General of the Vietnam Association for Conservation of Nature and Environment, and Director of the Vietnam Environmental Incident Response Center, or called SOS Environment.
Welcome back to Green Hanoi, the talk show section where we explore our capital's journey towards a cleaner and safer environment. So recently, we have witnessed an increasing frequency and intensity of natural disaster, especially in the northern area of Vietnam. In 2025 alone, 21 storms and tropical depressions have battered the East Sea. This storm-after-storm phenomenon has caused immense challenges and risks, such as structural damage, economic losses, and health issues, especially when natural disasters interact with environmental incidents triggered by human activities. Therefore, in today's episode, we will explore how the intertwined hazards put our safety at risk. And the person who will help us shed light on the critical link between natural calamities and man-made environmental emergencies is Mr. Phạm Văn Sơn. He is the Secretary General of Vietnam Association for Conservation of Nature and Environment, and also the Director of Vietnam Environmental Incident Response Center, SOS Environment. Good morning, Mr. Sơn, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me today.
So as we all see, natural disasters like the recent storms have clearly posed challenges to communities and infrastructure. However, beyond the immediate damage, this event can sometimes worsen existing environmental risks, particularly those related to human activities. This interplay can create complex situations that require careful understanding and management. So could you explain how natural disaster can escalate environmental incidents caused by human factors?
When human beings develop their industrial activities, people have more economic development, but it also causes a lot of problem for human beings and environment. Natural disaster and man-made hazard, it make double disaster. In industrial zone, they have a lot of waste treatment facilities and chemical warehouses. Natural disaster happen a lot of toxic chemical, a lot of toxic waste, liquid, spread over not only on the industrial zone, but also on the last area, and this wash away to the river, to Red River.
You have mentioned the complexity of double disaster, and that effects particularly urgent for Hanoi, which has many riverside industrial areas. So how do these compound risks threaten our capital?
Recently, we witnessed a lot of flood in Hanoi, in some other regions. So we can highlight some other. For example, chemical exploration. Vietnam Environmental Incident Center or SOS Center recently during Storm 13, we deal with exploration about 100 kilometers far from Hanoi. And it was very dangerous because of very heavy rain, very strong wind. Our responder hardly stay. Not only dangerous for human being, but very dangerous for environment. Because if we could not locate, isolate, recover that spin on, so it will spread on the last area and which destroy agriculture, And if this pollution, when penetrated to the soil, it takes a lot of time, a lot of years to recover the environment.
Those risks sound urgent, as the saying goes. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. What preventive measures should facilities implement to avoid toxic release during floods?
We can arrange the location. We can avoid flooding to avoid any incident, especially double incident. We must carefully review all infrastructure for high risk facilities. In some storage, roofing not very safe, so we can improve it, strengthen it. I think the best way to develop, to have professional responders on some region is very important. Or we have some meeting with citizens, with people living around to have preventive measure to eliminate any possible hazard before raining or storm season begin.
Drawing from your expertise across environmental issues, what lesson can Vietnam apply from other countries' response to storms and extreme weather amid global climate change?
I think before learning something very interesting from overseas, we must learn the order of fall on the spot. We must command ready. We must have forces ready. We must facilities ready. We must logistics ready. It is very important, I think that. So regarding good expertise from overseas, I know that in Japan, there is a lot of modern weather forecasting technology. Obviously, we have weather forecasting in Vietnam, but sometimes this forecasting not very accurate. In Japan, they forecast exactly on small region. When they forecast very well how many volume the rain, the water will pour from the sky. So it's very important for making decision with hydropower plant, because to release water from the dam of hydropower plant, it will release the money.
The international example from Japan shows technology's power. That predictive technology could save countless lives. So lastly, as climate change drives more frequent and intense storms, how must national frameworks, particularly Hanoi's policies, evolve to manage these rising risks of simultaneous natural and human-caused disasters?
Before making policies, the most very important is every person must have awareness about the subsequences if we let the incident happen. To improve capacity of response to double disaster, the first we must have quite new attitude, quite new overview of how to make policies. Actually, nowadays, facilities are mandatory to make a lot of contingency plans. But the limitation here is when incident happen, they could not determine which plan to trigger. And I think to avoid this, we must combine all this contingency plan in one general contingency plan, and to identify each hazard concerning oil spill or chemical or waste. It depends on facilities. Policies here not in decision, but in making, reviewing, evaluating, and implementing one combined general contingency plan.
So thank you, Mr. Sung, for these valuable insights. Your expertise highlights the urgent need to rethink about how we prepare and respond to the intertwined threats of natural and human activities. On behalf of our viewers and the whole team, I wish you all the best on your journey of saving our environment. And for now, let's return to the main studio for more updates.
In the talk show section, we have deepened our understanding of how natural and human factors combine, creating significant environmental challenges for Hanoi and beyond. Our country, Vietnam, addressing the risks require coordinated efforts. To our viewers, we encourage you to stay informed and engaged on these critical issues. For now, joining us is our sport anchor, Mỹ Hạnh. She will update us on the latest scores, highlights and insight from the week's biggest matches, especially in relation to the SEA Games 33.
Thank you, Ms. Phương Khanh. Amid the vibrant atmosphere of the 33rd SEA Games, after 5 days of intense and emotional competition, the Vietnam sport delegation has brought great joy to the fans by continuously achieving impressive results, reaffirming its position and determination on regional stage. On the fight of the SEA Games, Trịnh Thu Vinh contributed to gold medal in shooting. Trịnh Thu Vinh, Nguyễn Thùy Trang, and Triệu Thị Hoa Hồng won the gold medal in the women's team pistol event. They also set a new SEA Games record. Later, Trịnh Thu Vinh went on to claim another gold medal in the women's individual air pistol event, also again breaking the SEA Games record. Meanwhile, athlete Trần Hoàng Khôi delivered an outstanding performance to secure the first ever SEA Games gold medal for Vietnam bowling. In karate, the women's team even saw 3 outstanding athletes, Nguyễn Thị Diệu Ly, Hoàng Thị Mỹ Tâm, and Đinh Thị Hương, win the gold medal after defeating the host country, Thailand. In swimming, Phạm Thanh Bảo completed a breaststroke double in this year's SEA Games by winning another gold medal in the men's 200-meter breaststroke. On December 14, the Vietnamese sport delegation won a total of 35 gold medals, ranking third on medal table, behind Thailand and Indonesia. We now turn to football, the sport that always attracts special public attention. The Vietnamese women's national football team has convincingly secured a place in the final by winning against Indonesia. The Vietnam women's team faced some difficulty in the first half, missing several scoring opportunities. Vietnam led Indonesia 1-0 thanks to a penalty converted by victory in the 28th minute. However, the second half saw a completely different scenario, as Vietnam went on to score 4 more goals. Hải Yến net a brace in less than 10 minutes, while victory added another goal, and Captain Huỳnh Như sealed a dominant 5-0 victory for Vietnam. On December 15, the Vietnamese men's national football team will also participate in the semi-final against the Philippines. In recent days, the Philippines side has continued to great surprise at this year's SEA Games, including a victory over defending champion Indonesia. Therefore, our team will need to be extremely cautious in this decisive match. Ahead of the semi-final, Coach Kim Sang-sik has a full squad available with no injury concern. All players are maintaining a high level of focus and are ready for crucial encounter. The South Korean coach has spent considerable time reviewing tactical combination and organizing the team's style of play. The semi-final match between the men's national football team of Vietnam and the Philippines will take place at 3:30 p.m. on December 15 and will be broadcast live by Vietnam Television on VTV2, VTV Cần Thơ, and VTV Go application. We now invite Ms. Phương Khanh to continue the program.
That was an excellent wrap-up of the week in sports. The passion on the field perfectly reflects the energy of our country. As we conclude this edition of Hanoi in Focus, remember that the capital is a dynamic land rooted in its heritage, yet constantly striving for a greener, brighter future. We thank you for exploring the streets, the challenges, and the potential of Hanoi with us this morning. For now, on behalf of our team, I wish you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, keep Hanoi in Focus.